H- Hello everyone, welcome to Daily Current Affairs series. Today we will discuss about 4th June current affairs. Myself, Sunny Sandeep. Welcome to my channel Gear Up for Group 1 exam. Let us discuss the current affairs. The first one, government to boost infrastructure in areas along China border. We have seen some tensions between along the border like line of actual control. There is some border issues between India and China. In recent newspapers we have seen about almost about line of actual controls and some tensions between India and China regarding border issues. That's why our government of India came up with to boost infrastructure in areas along China border, like some states like Ladakh, Arunachal Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. If you boost this infrastructure in these states, then people will live in that states, then we will definitely make a success move on this border. Why? Because some lives is living on that place. There may be some reduce in this tensions between India and China or any countries, any between two countries. Now Ministry of Home Affairs has decided to spend 10% funds of centrally sponsored schemes. What is the meaning of centrally sponsored schemes? That means 100% coverage is done by central only. That's why from that 10% funds will allocate to this infrastructure boosting along the China border. There is a development program, that is border area development program, has been allocated 784 crore for this project. Here there is an extra extension. The government has decided to boost infrastructure along the 3488 kilometer border with the China. Here for that there is a 78.4 crore funding for that project. Here in this project, what is the infrastructure they will build? Our Minister of Home Affairs will build, like roads, bridges, culverts, mini stadiums, community health centers, primary schools and hospitals, apart from supply of medical equipment to hospitals. Here for this project, who will choose the project? The border guarding forces will play a key role in choosing this project. Next one, cabinet not for agri marketing reforms. There is a pending of almost some 65 years. That means there is an act called Essentials Commodity Act 1955. These 65 years, no amendments or no reforms in that agri marketing reforms. Now cabinet give not for their agri marketing reforms. Here there is a, I have told, that is Essentials Commodity Act 1955, that should be amended by ordinance. Essentials Commodity Act to be amended by ordinance. What are these agri marketing reforms? By removing cereals, oil seeds, edible oils, onions, potatoes from this list. Why we have to remove these from Essentials Commodity Act? First of all, we have to know what is the meaning of Essentials Commodity Act. If suppose any particular produce or particular vegetable or particular thing, we have seen a last 3 months back when COVID-19 enters in India, sanitizers and face masks are entered into this Essentials Commodity Act. Why? Because if they entered into this ECA Act 1955, they cannot produce more than that. They have some limitations. They cannot put prices more than that. That means there are some excessive regulatory interference in that. That's why now, as a part of agri marketing reforms, cabinet or center wants to remove these 6 types of vegetables or things from ECA Act. It is very important, these things, that is cereals, oil seeds, edible oils, onions and potatoes. Here they are also removing restrictions on farmers selling their produce outside notified markets. there is also some restrictions to sell their products or to sell their produce outside their some notified markets are there. By removing these restrictions, farmers can produce or farmers can sell their products outside notified markets. Here there is an important word, that is contract farming. That is, here if you facilitate contract farming, farmers will get benefit. Here there is also another one, that is allow farmers to engage in direct marketing. That's why we have seen some middlemen in this marketing. If you allow farmers to engage in marketing, that means direct marketing, then they will fix their prices and they will get some benefits or some good hikes. That's why allow farmers to engage in a direct marketing. Here there are some interstate barriers. If you remove barriers, suppose I am from some Maharashtra state. Now I want to sell my produce or my products in Andhra Pradesh or Telangana. There are some state barriers between these. That's why if you remove these interstate barriers, then we can achieve more agriculture produce. Here another one is, that is to attract foreign investment by easing excessive regulatory interference. That's why in India the most common problem is storage facility. That means cold storage facility is the main problem for India. Why? Because there are not sufficient cold storages to store these perishable vegetables or some goods to store that in cold storage. That's why if you allow or to attract foreign investment, then by can improve by building these cold storages, then we can increase this agriculture market also or agriculture produce also. Here sir, you are telling some like these agri marketing reforms. When some situations like this pandemic or natural calamities, in this ordinance gives amendment also gives in tough situations like natural calamity and pandemic also. That's why no need of bother about if by these agri marketing reforms we can amend or we can modify these reforms whenever needed, like this pandemic COVID-19 situations or natural calamity like anything. Next one, it's time to discontinue free power schemes. Free power for farmers. First of all, we have to know Tamil Nadu was the first state to implement free power scheme in 1984. You will get one doubt, why we have to discontinue these free power schemes for farmers? Everyone is telling that if you give electricity or some free power to farmers, they will get more produce or they will engage with these agriculture produce or agriculture things. Now here some 5 points are there. They are why we have to discontinue free power schemes now this time. The first one, widespread of wastage of water and electricity. By giving free power to farmers, we are wasting lot of water and electricity also. That is first one. Second one is depletion of groundwater. Why? Because for electricity water is required. That's why there are some stable groundwater levels are there. If you give this free power schemes for farmers, there is a depletion in groundwater. That is the second reason why we have to discontinue these free power schemes. Another third one, that is farmers need high capacity pump sets. Karnataka is the classic example of this high capacity pump sets. Why? Because in Karnataka state almost 30 lakh pump sets are there. That means Karnataka is the most pump set irrigation is following. That's why farmers need high capacity pump sets. Why? Because they can't afford, or if these required, they can't afford for these high capacity pump sets. Here there is also misuse of schemes, like officials are doing misuse of this one. Here another one, for these free power schemes there is no monitoring or there is a absence of meters. That's why we have to discontinue this power scheme. There is also some arguments for free power, like for electricity water is required. Who are having canal system or canal irrigation system, or they can be avoid, they can remove from this free power system. But those not covered by canal irrigation should be given free electricity. This is about arguments for free power. Favor to the arguments for free power. Next one. Hong Kong belongs to China, said by Nepal. We have seen some issues or some tensions between Nepal and China. Nepal and India between over the Lipu Lake, Limpiadura and some places in Uttarakhand. Here now India, even though India is helping more Nepal, but it is stands towards the China. Why? Because now recent times relations between China and Nepal increased more. That's why now it is telling or giving some Nepal strongly in favor of the one China policy. First of all, before going to discuss about this article, we have to know about what is the one China policy. Because we know that People's Republic of China, that means one land, that is now China. There is also another Republic of China, that is known as Taiwan. China is claiming that, present China is claiming that Taiwan is also a part of mainland, that means main China. But Taiwan is claiming that Taiwan is not an integral part of China. That means they are a separate entity. But here China also is insisting that who are want to some good relations with China, they have to disacknowledge or they don't want to acknowledge this China as a separate entity. That means they have to agree with China or Taiwan is a integral part of China. This is about one China policy. Now came to article, Nepal strongly in favor of the one China policy. Here he said also Hong Kong is integral part of also China. There are some issues between China like South China Sea, next Xinjiang province and Hong Kong, and with Philippines also and Taiwan. These are the 5 issues China is facing now. Why? Because Taiwan is a separate issue, Philippines is separate issue, South China is separate issue. Who are living in Xinjiang province like Uyghurs, they are also claiming their territory. That's why now China came up with the national security law imposing on Hong Kong. That's why Hong Kong belongs to China, said by Nepal. He is also saying that another thing, that is maintenance of peace, law and order is a primary responsibility of a nation. Here another nation, that is Pakistan. We know that Pakistan always towards the China only. Now Pakistan also supported one China policy. Here there is a COVID-19 situation is there. Now we have seen some tensions between India and Nepal. Apart from these tensions, Nepal have opened 20 border checkpoints. That means border gets opened for repatriation of citizens who are stuck within their situation. They will repatriate from this India to Nepal, Nepal to India. Next one, British Prime Minister, that is John Morrison, offers visas for millions who are living in Hong Kong. We have seen a law imposed by China. China is telling that to suppress or to stop the terrorism and anything in Hong Kong. Why? Because we have seen a pro-democracy protests are started or happened in Hong Kong. That's why this China came up with national security law. Here PM offers, that is British Prime Minister offers Hong Kong residents visas and possible route to. He is also offering visas, at the same time he is also possible route to UK citizenship. That means they are also belongs to that UK. If China persists, that means if it continues with its national security law, British or UK will help these people who are living in Hong Kong. About 350,000 people who are living in Hong Kong currently hold BNO passports. That means British National Overseas Passports. Here remaining some 2.5 million people are waiting for these visas or this overseas passports. He said that, Prime Minister said that the law will curtails freedoms and dramatically erode its autonomy of Hong Kong. In counter to that one, in counter to British Prime Minister, Mr. Jao said, stop interfering in Hong Kong's affairs and China's internal affairs. Even though if you are not stopping it, this will definitely backfire, or it will retaliation is there. Next one, I have promised to make a previous paper analysis. As per the solid waste management rules 2008-16 in India, which one of the following statements is correct? The first one, the waste generator has to segregate waste into 5 categories. It is wrong. The second one, the rules applicable to notified urban local bodies, notified towns and industrial townships only. C, the rules provided for exact and elaborate criteria for identification of sites and landfills and waste processing facilities. It is a mandatory on the part of waste generator that the waste generated in one district cannot be moved to another district. D is absolutely right. Why? Because if you can't move in this situation, why can't we implement this? Why are we implementing this solid waste management rules? Here for this answer you have to answer. Please comment the right answer in comment box. I will give reply. With this we can conclude our video. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. This is Sunny Sandeep. Take care. Signing out. Take care. Bye bye.